Welcome to the Top Tens. Today, we're diving into the shadowy world of manipulation, revealing the top 10 most cunning and manipulative people of all time. These individuals have used their cunning and influence to shape history in ways both sinister and surprising. From the corridors of power to the silver screen, we'll uncover the tactics and strategies they employed to bend the world to their will. Join me as we journey through the annals of history, examining the lives of these master manipulators. Let's get started. At number 10, Adolf Hitler, a man who cast a long dark shadow over the 20th century. Hitler's Germany was a carefully constructed artifice of fear and hate. Built upon the foundation of his venomous rhetoric, he understood the power of spectacle, the intoxicating allure of a grand narrative. His rallies were masterpieces of theatrical manipulation designed to stir the souls of his followers and lull them into blind obedience. Propaganda became his weapon, twisting truth into a grotesque parody and painting him as the savior of a nation. Through his carefully crafted image and fiery speeches, he managed to convince millions to embrace his twisted ideology. Hitler's rise to power is a stark lesson in the fragility of peace and the ever-present potential for darkness to take root. May his reign stand as an eternal warning to us all. Number 9, Richard Nixon, the 37th President of the United States, a man of ambition, intellect, and ultimately tragic flaws. Nixon's story is one of political maneuvering, of backroom deals and calculated risks. He understood the power of perception, of controlling the narrative and shaping public opinion. But it was this very obsession with control that would ultimately prove his undoing. The Watergate scandal, a web of deceit and espionage, exposed the dark underbelly of his administration. Nixon's manipulative tactics, once shrouded in secrecy, were laid bare for the world to see. The Watergate scandal stands as a stark reminder that even the most powerful are not above the law. Number 8, George W. Bush. In the wake of unimaginable tragedy, a nation looked to its leader for guidance and reassurance. George W. Bush, thrust onto the world stage, seized the opportunity to reshape the geopolitical landscape. The attacks of September 11th provided a platform, a justification for actions that would have been unthinkable just days prior. Bush, with conviction in his voice and fear in the nation's heart, spoke of a war on terror, of rooting out evil wherever it may hide. The invasion of Iraq, justified by claims of weapons of mass destruction, would prove to be a defining moment of his presidency. The intelligence, later revealed to be flawed, served as a pretext for a war that would claim countless lives and destabilize the entire region. Was it a genuine belief in the threat posed by Saddam Hussein, or a calculated manipulation of public sentiment? The question continues to be debated. Regardless of intent, the consequences of Bush's actions are undeniable. The Iraq War stands as a stark reminder of the devastating human cost of manipulation. Number 7, Bob Iger. At first glance, he might seem an unlikely addition to our list. Where others have used manipulation for political gain or personal enrichment, Bob Iger's domain was the world of fantasy and entertainment. As CEO of Disney, Iger presided over an empire of beloved characters and cherished stories. His reign saw the acquisition of Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilm, transforming Disney into a media behemoth. But behind the smiles and heartwarming tales lies a shrewd businessman, a master strategist with an unyielding focus on expansion and profit. Iger's every move was carefully calculated, designed to maximize Disney's reach and market dominance. Some argue that his tactics stifle creativity, limiting artistic expression in favor of safe, marketable franchises. Love him or hate him, there's no denying Bob Iger's mastery of manipulation in the magical kingdom he built. Number 6, Rupert Murdoch. In the realm of media, few figures loom as large as Rupert Murdoch. His empire of newspapers, television networks, and publishing houses has shaped public opinion and influenced political discourse for decades. Critics accuse him of using his media platforms to advance his own agenda, blurring the lines between news and opinion and fueling division and polarization. His defenders argue that he simply provides a platform for a diversity of voices, catering to a wide range of perspectives. Regardless of one's stance on Murdoch's methods, there's no denying the profound influence he has wielded over the global media landscape. The question remains, is Rupert Murdoch a champion of free speech or a puppet master pulling the strings of public perception? Laughter, it is said, is the best medicine. But what happens when the source of that laughter is revealed to be a master of manipulation? Number 5, Chevy Chase, the lanky comedian with a knack for physical humor and witty improvisation, rose to fame during the golden age of Saturday Night Live. His comedic timing was impeccable, his characters endlessly quotable. But behind the on-screen persona lay a more complex and often troubled individual. Stories of Chase's behind-the-scenes behavior paint a picture of a man who could be charming one minute and ruthlessly cutting the next. Was it calculated manipulation or simply the byproduct of a sharp wit and a fragile ego? Perhaps the answer lies somewhere in between. Chevy Chase's story reminds us that laughter can be a double-edged sword, a weapon as well as a balm. Number 4, Harvey Weinstein. For decades, Harvey Weinstein reigned over Hollywood, a gatekeeper of dreams and a kingmaker in the film industry. He possessed an uncanny ability to spot talent, to nurture aspiring actors and actresses and propel them to stardom. But his genius was tainted, his legacy forever tarnished by the dark secrets that lurked beneath the surface. Weinstein's weapon of choice was manipulation, a toxic blend of charm, intimidation, and abuse of power. He preyed on the vulnerable, exploiting their dreams and aspirations for his own gratification. The #Me Too movement, ignited in part by the Weinstein scandal, exposed the systemic abuse and harassment that had long plagued Hollywood and beyond. Harvey Weinstein's reign of terror may have ended, but the fight for justice and equality continues. Number 3, Dan Schneider, the world of children's television. A seemingly innocent realm of laughter and imagination. But behind the brightly colored sets and whimsical characters, a darker story often unfolds. Dan Schneider, the creative force behind some of Nickelodeon's most popular shows, built an empire on slapstick humor and relatable teenage angst. However, whispers of Schneider's inappropriate behavior began to circulate, casting a shadow over his seemingly wholesome creations. Allegations of verbal abuse, questionable treatment of young actors, and a penchant for foot fetishism swirled around him. Dan Schneider's story serves as a reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and that even in the seemingly innocent world of children's entertainment, darkness can lurk just beneath the surface. Number 2, Jimmy Savile, a charismatic charmer, a beloved entertainer, a tireless fundraiser for charity. Jimmy Savile cultivated an image of eccentricity and generosity, endearing himself to millions across the United Kingdom. But beneath the veneer of respectability, a monster lurked. Savile used his fame and influence to gain access to vulnerable individuals, preying on children and the sick with impunity. His predatory behavior, hidden in plain sight, went unchecked for decades, protected by his carefully constructed persona. The full extent of his crimes only came to light after his death, when victims, emboldened by his passing, finally felt safe enough to come forward. Jimmy Savile's story is a chilling reminder that evil can wear many masks. Number 1, Andrew Jackson, a hero of the War of 1812, a champion of the common man, the 7th President of the United States. Andrew Jackson's legacy is a complex tapestry of triumph and tragedy, of progress and profound injustice. He was a man of contradictions, a fierce defender of individual liberty, who simultaneously perpetuated the institution of slavery. Jackson's presidency marked a turning point in American history, a shift toward greater democracy, but also a time of brutal ethnic cleansing. The Indian Removal Act of 1830, a shameful chapter in American history, stands as a testament to Jackson's manipulative tactics and his willingness to sacrifice the rights of some for the benefit of others. His legacy continues to be debated today, a testament to the enduring power of manipulation in shaping the course of history. As we've journeyed through the lives of these 10 manipulative figures, we've witnessed the seductive nature of power, the intoxicating allure of influence, and the devastating consequences that often follow. Their stories serve as cautionary tales, reminding us to be wary of those who seek to control and manipulate, no matter how charming or charismatic they may seem. The battle against manipulation is an ongoing one, a constant struggle to discern truth from falsehood, to think critically and to question those in positions of authority. Thank you for watching. Do you agree with our list? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.